Super awkward FUN-CHIVE. You're listening to the Super Awkward FUN-CHIVE. Yeah.
Welcome to the first remote episode of the Super Awkward FUN-CHIVE with our special guests who are alumni of the show. I just made that up. That's not really a thing, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Now it's a thing.
Yes, because Elle said it. Mm-hmm. And this is Linnea Snyder.
Hello.
You remember her.
Yes. I was on the September 11th podcast, I believe.
We all shared our wonderful stories about September 11th.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we were both on it.
Yeah, it's like a flashback. Or a reunion, as if you will.
That's a better word.
I'm having flashbacks right now because I had a car accident 4 months ago and I'm still recovering. Anyway, here's Edwin A. Santos.
Greetings, everybody. We're emanating from, should we say?
iOS. Just as I predicted in the bloopers of the play that we just did, The Importance of Being Earnest. So, thank you so much for listening to the show. We're going to get straight to it because we got a lot to talk about. It was a big pop culture smash in January, February. So I guess what's happening now is 50 Shades of Grey. And if you want, you can stay tuned for the end of the show where I will be presenting my contribution to the 50 Shades of Grey reading challenge that was so popular 2 years ago, but I wasn't a part of that zeitgeist, so I just wanted to get in now while the movie's out. So listen to that after the show. And right now we're just going to discuss, the box office results are going to be up to 90 million this weekend. What do you think about that? How many people have seen this movie, The Phenomenon?
I'm not super surprised that it's making that much money.
Especially if you're going to be selling products at Target for the kinky people.
Right.
Target, I guess.
Exactly. And this week, I honestly heard so many radio contests that were like tickets or groups of girls. And I know a lot of girls that went out at midnight to go see it and stuff. So.
Well, that's pretty sad, though.
I think daughters who've read the book, their curious parents are probably going to see the movie to see what they read, you know?
I'm sure.
Yeah, and they know their target demo, that's for sure. The posters with the curious question mark, that was a good campaign. Black and white, the book, that was good for the book reader people. The thing is that I just saw it yesterday. I'm going to give my review for this wonderful podcast. So you guys don't have to see it. I watched it for you. And
Thank you.
Enjoyed it. And it started out, funnily enough, shitty, because without giving too much away, it just starts. And it's on the day, and they just skip straight to the interview where she first meets Christian Grey. And it's kind of obvious, and I just saw the little bits from the book, because yes, I read the book, because, my friend, my past friend, Kat, that's not news, she loaned me the book, and I still have it, because she's left since then. So anyway, I read the book cover to cover, and I saw that the writing, I do agree that the writing was subpar. For an English woman, she just didn't seem to have a good grasp of the English language.
I would agree with that. I started reading the book, and I couldn't really get past the first couple chapters because, I don't mean to be graphic, but it wasn't even good porn. You can find better written, sexy stories on the internet.
I don't find it pornographic at all. I find it immature and bad metaphors and euphemisms, and nobody wants to hear about your inner goddess. Nobody Nobody wants to hear about that or hear holy crap over and over again and holy cow. Nobody talks like that. I don't care who this bitch is. She ain't talking like that.
There was a lot of lip biting. I remember that. There's a lot of gasping and she bit her lip. That was every time she was turned on. She's like, bite my lip.
Who doesn't do that one?
I know, it's true.
So, yeah, there was a lot of lip biting in the movie too, which got ugh. And then a lot of Twilight similarities and everything because it is Twilight fan fiction, as everybody knows. And now it's a big phenomenon because of, ahead of time, they had this wonderful soundtrack list that kept coming out. All these new people coming out with the soundtrack songs, like
the soundtrack is great. What I've heard of it. Yeah.
I fell asleep to it last night. I'm so happy with that soundtrack.
Did you bite your lip?
I noticed how much I bite my lip after the movie, and I was like, oh, shit. Because I do that, but it's not conscious at all, and I don't think it's conscious for her. I hope not. But in the movie, it seemed forced. Much okay, so she was chewing on a pencil in the meeting and everything, and it was just okay, we get it. The blowjob's not going to happen, so this is all we get. Okay, we get it. Okay, so anyway, it moves on, and then she ends up having an actual good sense of humor, which was hinted at in the book, but not at all clear because of the shitty dialogue and everything. But she's really funny in the movie, and Dakota Johnson, everybody's saying how good she is in this movie, and it's 100% true. She makes it so much better than it was going to be, that it has any right to be. And I was kind of surprised, not too surprised, because Jamie Dornan is in this, and I know him from The Fall, and he's awesome in it. And he was also in Once Upon a Time. I saw a little bit of him in that. I saw a lot of him in this. A lot. Not enough, though, I have to say. I saw a lot more of her than I saw of him, and it should not be that way. I'm going to say, it's controversial, whatever. Controversial. But I'd rather, have it... I'd rather have the MPAA make me uncomfortable by giving an R rating to a movie that has a penis shot in it, and that's mainstream, not like Shame. And I'd rather be uncomfortable with that and know that it's fair, But, to have it not done that way and have to see a girl's coochie every time I watch a sexy movie is just come on, guys. We know you're mad about your dick and everything, but, show it to us every once in a while. Come on, be a Ewan McGregor about it a little bit.
I was gonna say, you can definitely, there are R-rated movies with bare male penises in it.
But not as mainstream as, say, a studio film. And if they do show it, maybe it's a little bit of it, the Gone Girl. Mm-hmm. I saw Ben Affleck's penis more than I've seen,
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, he's full.
If it's funny, it's a different
that's
story.
A good point. That's a good point.
If it's funny, I'm not advocating for seeing dicks everywhere. I'm just saying there should be some fairness in it. Do you remember Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle's, the sequel, the Guantanamo Bay one?
I did see it. It's been a long time, though. I don't really remember it.
Well, there was a lot of Bush in that one, when Bush was big. But there was also a Bush in that we saw a lot of vaginas covered up with pubic hair. And I felt like they didn't show their faces or anything, and it was sort of the party was a pantsless party or whatever.
Okay.
And it was
I do vaguely remember that.
It was what do you say to your parents when you're I'm in a big movie?
You don't.
Exactly.
I would not tell my parents because they would not see that movie anyway. So I'd be all right, no need
I
to
just
say
felt
it.
so bad for everybody because they couldn't be I'm in this awesome movie because no way. So this just kind of makes me angry. So, but it would be the same for me if I saw a bunch of dicks with no faces. I'd be oh, those poor boys. But
hopefully they're getting paid.
Yeah.
But I think it's just, what the majority of people who read the book were women, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
Then if the movie was made and they wanted to make money out of it, they would. The majority of people who watch movies in general are guys that pay admission prices. So
that's a good point.
Maybe that's why they put less of the male frontal nudity and put more of the female frontal nudity.
Since they knew women would come see it anyway. For guys, maybe it's a
But they were marketing it as this like romantic drama, and she's gonna change him just like in the book. So it's like
with a pair of handcuffs by the bed. Was that?
Oh yeah.
And the riding crop and the cuffs to suspend her. I don't know. So yeah, it was interesting. I don't know. I think I liked it a little more than Twilight, to be quite honest, because the acting from her was just so superb in relation to like Kristen Stewart. I mean, I would watch Dakota Johnson over Kristen Stewart any day. Anybody would.
Yeah.
So it's like it's apples and oranges, because they are completely like, that one's contained more than Twilight, which is like, oh shit, a bunch of vampires, werewolves, all this shit going on. So they kind of just took the family dynamics and the character personalities, and she's just so unoriginal. I can't even... The amount of money that bitch made from this movie and this franchise that's coming, I just can't even, like... She doesn't deserve it, to be honest, because she's not a very good writer. Like, even worse than Stephenie Meyer, and that's sad. And I was actually pretty sad because people would refer badly to Stephenie Meyer, and I was reading the saga, the Twilight stuff, and I was like, well, this is similar to my style of writing when I wrote vampire novels back in the day, before it was big. So I kind of felt like, oh man, but when James came along, I was like, fuck yeah, somebody worse than Stephenie Meyer. Perfect.
Would 50 Shades would have worked if it was a vampire movie approach?
Did Twilight work?
Probably
yes.
not.
I mean, monetarily, yes.
Yeah. It's the same story, man. It's the same exact story, but with S&M. And apparently, I read like synopses on Wikipedia about the next two, because I'm not going to read them. I'm done.
There's two more.
Two more books, yeah.
No.
Two more movies.
Oh yeah,
yes,
two more
books. This is a franchise. This is Harry Potter, man, for the mommy porn people. I saw some old people at the theater yesterday. That was really fun. And then like 20-something-year-olds, and then like 18-year-olds and stuff. And I can tell how old they are. I'm good at that. But like over 18, over 17, and like before 20s, and I'm like, that's so cool. Like it has such a mixture of demographic that you wouldn't expect. But I guess because it was Valentine's Day, so everybody's just like,
that's also
we're getting laid later anyway, so we might as well go get
excited. I did joke to my boyfriend that he had to take me to 50 Shades of Grey on Valentine's Day, but then we determined that the theater would be way too crowded, so we'll go.
The 4:00 showing was like a mile long.
Oh, I'm sure. It's like before dinner movie.
I had to buy my ticket online like a week ago, so.
Well, $90 million, right? In one weekend. And it's a long weekend, which makes it probably...
It was a long movie, too, in more ways than one. But we didn't get to see how long it was. The considerable length.
Are the two books... I'm not sure if you read it, but are the two books as extreme as the first one?
Oh, yeah, I was getting to that.
I don't know.
What I read about it was that it gets really fucking weird.
Really?
And, like, weirder than the first one. Like, she gets kidnapped by this former submissive of his who's jealous, and then there's a co-worker involved, and then she has this horrible boss who wants to sleep with her, and he's blackmailing her. I'm like, what the hell? So they had to come up with a character worse than Christian, of course, to make him look better. And then they get married somehow at some point. I'm just going to spoil the rest of it for you guys. You don't have to read it. Don't read it. Just look it up on Wikipedia. So they get married. He somehow proposes to her so she doesn't leave. What a loser. And he's such a wuss in this freaking series. And then eventually they get pregnant, and he's like, you gotta get rid of that baby. And I'm like, what the fuck?
My goodness.
And she's like, I don't want to get an abortion. And then she gets kidnapped again, or somebody gets kidnapped, and then they end up having the baby. And it's like, it's Twilight, dude. It's fucking Twilight with no vampires.
It was Twilight fan fiction, right? So there you go.
His name is Theodore, the baby that they have. So, You don't have to watch it or read
All
it.
right, I'm good now.
But you can watch the next ones because I think they're going to be better. If Twilight is any indication, the first one sucked. The second one was a little bit more easy to take, and then the third one was like, okay, and then the fourth one was like, why are we doing this again?
But if this first film is not the same as the book, this is what I'm hearing. The book is more.
It's not as extreme because they're not going to go that.
It's not as graphic.
Route. They're not going to show everything. It's barely S&M. If you want to see, everybody's saying it, but if you want to see a really good S&M movie with a lot of great characters, watch Secretary. It is on HBO.
Yeah.
I just saw it on HBO.
I believe it's on Netflix too.
Well, good. It should be. I've been wanting it to be. And so that's with Maggie Gyllenhaal in her earliest
this one
breakthrough performance.
That was her breakup.
And it's
and James
Spader, right? Yeah.
Oh, James Spader is so hot in it. I just want to kill him. Oh my gosh, kill him now because he doesn't look as hot as he did before. Why are you doing this to me, Blacklist? Ugh. And now I'm so behind on Blacklist. I just can't.
I've never watched Blacklist.
I watched a lot of episodes. I binged it a little bit,
nice.
And then I just stopped watching it. And then it's not even I hate it or anything. It's just that I just stopped watching it. So you can't watch everything, but let's talk about something that is really good on TV that I just saw, and I hope you guys saw a little bit of it or know about it, because I really want to discuss it. Mm-hmm. Breaking Bad had a wonderful spinoff called Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah, I have not seen it yet.
I have seen it.
It is on. It is great. I will give my one-word review right now. Exceptional.
So the same people behind Breaking Bad are part of this sequel?
Yes. Michelle McLaren directed an episode, and she is directing the Wonder Woman.
Wow.
I'm so happy for her because it's so good to see a female take the reins of the big-ass comic book genre. It should be like that, and it should be a woman who directs that because it's just such a great influence on modern culture, that wonderful Wonder Woman story and everything, and I hope it kicks ass. And so the Oscars, you guys know that's coming up.
Yes, I'm
very
soon.
I have to edit this and get it ready.
I'd like to see American Sniper win Best Feature Film, and I want to see Citizen 4 win Best Documentary Film, and then watch all of the people at the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences going, oh my God, what? Oh, the politics, whatever. I don't know.
Have you guys seen I still have 3 of the Best Pictures to see. I have not seen Theory of Everything, American Sniper, and Selma. I still need to see. I've seen all the other ones, but
I haven't seen Selma, which pisses me off because I was looking at the movies and I was like, oh, it's not out anymore. Boo.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
I was supposed to go to a screening of it, but I didn't have time. I had something else like class or something at the same time. I was so pissed off that I couldn't see it.
Yeah. Have you seen the rest of them?
I have seen. Not American Sniper. I will never, no offense to anybody, I'm going to get into it, but I'm never watching that movie.
I'm not watching it either because I'm hearing a lot of, it sounds like propaganda to me, so I'm not into
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like that.
I, personally, I'm very anti-war, and I will come out, and I do feel like, though, as a consumer in the American world, as we all are, it's important to see stuff like this just to kind of know what is being put out.
On it too.
And so I definitely want to see it, but I'm going in with a very skeptical look on it.
I want to see the baby, but I already saw it online.
The fake baby.
I would like to see the movie if it wasn't supported and consulted by our own military.
Yeah, well that's the issue too, because it's like. And I was talking to one of my good friends who's in grad school studying, the history of war and all that stuff, and it's it's a hard subject because we're not removed from it yet. There are still so many soldiers from the Iraq War with PTSD and all,
the 9/11 thing,
right? And we're not taking care. We're not taking care of our veterans with PTSD, and so it's hard to put out like a movie like this.
Well, until thank God, Obama. So at least one of the things he did right is to open that part of the VA hospital property
Right.
for the homeless and the people suffering PTSD. Finally, that's happening. I wonder why it didn't happen a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
Nobody was paying attention. There's so much lobbying around town and everything.
Yeah.
So that's nominated. Birdman is nominated. I did see that.
I love Birdman.
I love Birdman.
awesome.
I'm actually rooting
Yeah.
for it to win the Oscar for Best Picture, to be honest.
I think definitely Michael Keaton will win Best Actor. I'm
Definitely.
calling it that he
He's
will
won
win
everything,
Best Actor.
except there's the wild card of dang Eddie Redmayne.
That is also true.
Yeah.
He's a wild card.
Although I feel like Hollywood loves kind of like a comeback,
Yeah,
right? Of like an
sure,
older
yeah.
actor who's used
And
to be
he's
super
amazing.
popular, and and he's
And
amazing
the
in Birdman
feat
also.
of like doing that kind of acting, like play acting. It's like being in a play, really, the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's no second take, on the 15-minute takes or whatever. That's pretty amazing. Like, I mean, there's more takes, but it's like you fuck it up, you're gonna have to do it all over again, and you don't want to waste that time. And they didn't have a lot of time to waste, so there were a lot of like one takes that they had to use.
And I honestly thought everybody in that movie was really great.
Zach-
Even like Zach Galifianakis in his small role and
His little improv moment, that was really great.
God, I honestly
If you're
I really would like Edward Norton to win. I don't
my
know that he
gosh.
will because I feel like that supporting
my
actor
gosh.
category is so competitive.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna be JK.
he was great. Yeah. Oh, but I love him
Yeah.
too. Whiplash was. I went to music school, and Whiplash really hit home on a lot of.
I saw it with someone who had been to 3 music programs.
Yeah.
And she was like, that is not wrong.
It's not at
Wow,
all.
really?
It's not. And also, I went to high school with the composer of it, and my sister went to college with the director of
cool.
Whiplash. So I'm kind of
I
pulling
love
for it to
music.
be like.
So you're biased.
I am slightly, but I do feel like and it's interesting because I've heard a lot of my musician friends who also went to music school go back and forth on like this movie is horrible, like it depicts a really bad side of like what we do, but on the flip side it's like, and I never had as abusive teachers as what it's definitely kind of an exaggeration, but there's things, like one of the scenes hit home so much where they're, and you both have seen it, or
I have. Yeah.
some parts of it.
I've seen it twice.
There's a part of it where where they're sitting in band and they make everybody play individually till they figure out who is fucking up, and like I cannot tell you how many times I had to do that, and it's terrifying. It's horrible. Like it is a very accurate depiction of a lot of parts of music school and how kind of it messes with your life.
Yeah. So let's go over all the nominees and see who we think is going to win. Like, say who you think is going to win, and then who you think should win.
Okay.
Or you can do it the other way around. I really don't care. Best Picture, we said American Sniper, Birdman, and then Boyhood, The Grand Budapest Hotel, An Imitation Game, Selma, The Theory of Everything, and Whiplash. So which one do you think is going to win, and which one do you think should win? Starting with you, Edwin.
I want Boyhood to win, but what I think what's gonna win is probably Selma because.
Really?
Well, because it might win because the fact that the director didn't get nominated, right?
Yeah.
I think that might happen that way. So.
Okay, that's a good choice.
And I've changed my mind about this. I honestly think Boyhood may win. I loved Boyhood.
I did.
But I think it's been getting way more love at the award shows than I expected it to get. So I kind of feel like maybe that will win.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be happy if it wins. I think honestly, I would love to see Grand Budapest Hotel win.
Oh my gosh!
Because I loved it, and I feel like comedies never win Best Picture,
That would
and
be
it's
really
so.
great, yeah. And it's a true comedy, like a true slapstick kind of like farce.
But I would honestly be happy if Boyhood wins too. I love Boyhood.
Mm.
Well, I gotta go with Birdman, and that's what I think should win, and I really have a feeling that it might. The only thing is Boyhood is coming up the rear, and so it could go either way. But I think Boyhood. I think Birdman has a really good chance from what they're winning in advance.
Right.
Of the award show. Then we got the Best Actor. So Steve Carell, Bradley Cooper, Benedict Cumberbatch, Michael Keaton, and Eddie Redmayne. So, Edwin?
Michael Keaton, my choice.
Yeah.
Although, and what will the Oscar pick? I don't know. That's a good one. They might end up getting. I'm hoping they get Michael Keaton. Period. Bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
Although
Yeah.
although the Eddie guy seems
Eddie
to be
yeah.
winning in every award show coming up. Which I'd never expected, and I'm like, oh my god, he could get Oscar, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping Michael Keaton gets both.
It's right
get
up
the
their
Oscar.
alley.
I honestly, once again, I think Michael Keaton will win. I think it's a good, like, kind of comeback story. I think he was wonderful. Once again, I'd be happy if he won. I honestly loved Benedict Cumberbatch in Imitation Game, and I think he's been overshadowed by a lot of other really great performances, but The Imitation Game is the only one of the nominated films I've seen several times, because I also love historical movies. That's my favorite, so I would love to see him win because he's wonderful, but yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, Michael Keaton has a really good shot. I think he's back in the running after the BAFTAs, oddly enough, even though Eddie took the prize. I think Eddie's really great. I will say he's really great in The Theory of Everything. What he does, what he accomplishes is probably physically up to par with what Michael Keaton accomplishes, more emotionally and in his head, mentally, it's a very different performance, but I think they're good because right beside each other, like, they have different kind of characters that are so complex and have so much to them that it draws you into the movie more. Like, if he were sucky in that movie, you wouldn't watch Theory of Everything. If Michael couldn't carry the movie, there'd be no Birdman. So to their own, like, they are just so evenly matched that I can see why there's like a push and pull between both of them in terms of who you vote for. But I have to go with Michael Keaton because he's been around, and Eddie will have his moment again.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie's happy to be nominated. He's a sweet guy. He'll be fine. Benedict will be fine. Everybody will be fine. They have chances. So supporting actor, we just went over. Robert Duvall in The Judge, which really surprised me. I thought he was very, very different in that than anything I've ever seen him in.
I've heard that as well. I haven't seen it, but
It's a really good movie.
Ethan Hawke in Boyhood. Edward Norton in Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. Mark Ruffalo in Foxcatcher, and J.K. Simmons in Whiplash, whom we've already discussed, and we pretty much all agree that it's going to be J.K., right?
Yeah.
So who do you want it to be? Edward.
Norton.
Edward.
Edward Norton.
That's
the
weird.
one. Eddie.
You said Norton and I said Edward.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'm so torn. I wish it would be a tie between Edward Norton and J.K. Simmons, because I thought they were both so good.
That would be amazing. I thought Mark Ruffalo was really brilliant in Foxcatcher. The only thing is, I feel like Channing Tatum got like the short end of the stick with all the awards, because I think he was amazing in that movie and very much overlooked by the Academy and everybody else who takes these things seriously. I mean, I think that was a really good performance from him. It almost saved the movie for me, but not quite.
I didn't see Foxcatcher, but I just heard so many lukewarm things about it.
That was a slog.
I've heard the acting was amazing, but the movie itself wasn't.
Oh my gosh, just like Cake. Don't get me started on Cake. Speaking of bitch, I didn't mean that. Actresses! So we got Marion Cotillard in 2 Days, One Night. She took the nomination, some say, from Jennifer Aniston, which I'm totally okay with, because Marion is the shit.
Yes,
and she's been around a long time, and she's gotten her dues. I mean, she's paid her dues, and she's won an Oscar before, and she deserved it then. And I only saw like a minute of La Vie en Rose.
Oh my god, that's one of my favorite
movies. And I was like,
movies.
shit, give it to her.
She's amazing.
And so Felicity Jones in The Theory of Everything, Julianne Moore in Still Alice, and Rosamund Pike in Gone Girl, Reese Witherspoon in Wild. A lot of chickies.
I've only seen the Jennifer Aniston movie. I haven't seen the other movies in that list. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to vote for Jennifer Aniston, because when I saw that movie, it just felt like a Lifetime movie. It wasn't that... It didn't feel like an Oscar-worthy performance. It felt like an Emmy anything performance. No offense, but that's how it felt like to me.
I kind of agree. I see what you're saying.
So
it's very small scale.
So I have a feeling that Oscar would go to Julianne Moore.
Yeah, seems like
the case.
Of those movies, I've actually also only seen one. I've only seen Gone Girl, which I was really not a fan of. I had not read the book.
Me neither.
And I went into it with really high expectations, and I was very disappointed on a lot of levels. But I do feel like Rosamund Pike was very good. I still don't know if I don't know. I really want to see Still Alice. I haven't. Oh. I'm going to say Felicity Jones will probably win for Theory of Everything.
Okay.
But I feel like this is the least informed category for me.
Okay. Yeah, I liked Pike in Gone Girl because I knew she was British and everything, and she took on 2 different accents, which I always enjoy when a Brit takes on one real accent of her character and then takes on a new identity in the middle of the movie. I thought that was pretty brilliant and very Hitchcockian to me, the part at the end where she's on the run and everything. So I really liked the movie. I just felt like I could have liked Ben a lot more. He was horrible. I was not rooting for him, I'm going to say. I was rooting for her. If you want me to root for her, then I'll root for her. But, I don't think you were trying to get me to root for her. She was doing some awful things, and I was like, well, he kind of deserves it. Go ahead and do it, girl. Get yours. He's an asshole. So, Reese Witherspoon was good and Wild. The Wild movie was just when it sort of got it together for a minute, it fell apart. When it got back on track, it was like, okay, we're going to a flashback. Okay, we have a lot of flashbacks. I get it. I know we're seeing a lot of character and everything, but it just was so overwhelming with the flashbacks and with the trailing and the hiking, and then you meet somebody and then they be gone, and then you meet another person, they be gone. And I know that's how it is in real life and everything, and I liked that. I like that actually about it, is that you meet somebody and they don't come back like in a stupid movie where in real life if you meet somebody and you just meet them once, you're not going to run into them the next day unless you're in Hollywood, because it's super easy to run into people.
It's true.
You don't know.
I once got stuck in traffic next to an ex of mine in Hollywood. He was in the car next to me, and he oh my god, but it's okay, there's Hollywood, right? Everybody, you see them all the time. You're never gonna see them again. Versus LA is huge. Has never lived here.
Yeah. So I thought that the best performer in that was someone who was dead in the whole thing. Spoiler alert, Laura Dern.
Right. And I think we got that from the previews anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so she was the best part. I love Reese Witherspoon, but this was not the best role I've ever seen her do. I'll just say that. So I'm going to go with Julianne Moore. She's the popular one, and because she gave her heart in that performance, she put everything out there, and she, more so than Jennifer Aniston, who, by the way, was wearing makeup to make her look like she had scars and shit.
It's strange. So, I only saw the trailer for Still Alice, and I found her performance in the trailer way better than Jennifer Aniston's entire movie.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. She knows what she's doing.
Julianne Moore's great.
She's amazing. She deserves an Oscar. She hasn't gotten one. She needs one. And that's it. So she deserves it. She should win. She will win. Bam. So, supporting actress, we got Patricia Arquette, who's winning everything right now. Laura Dern, who I mentioned. Keira Knightley in The Imitation Game. Emma Stone, my love. I'm so glad she's nominated in Birdman. Meryl Streep, Into the Woods, which just was
They just have to nominate Meryl Streep, because everything Meryl Streep does has to be nominated.
I mean, Julie and Julia, she got nominated. Well, she was the best part of it, but still,
But Into the Woods, come on.
Yeah.
I'm torn in this category because I loved Patricia Arquette's role in Boyhood. It looked like she wasn't even acting. It's like she was playing a mother.
Yeah, she was. Everybody was natural as hell.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, they were all natural. And then the other person who's Emma Stone from Birdman, right? I liked her performance as well, and I'm torn between the two. So I would vote. For me, I picked those two. Who will the Oscar go to? Probably Patricia Arquette.
That seems to be the case.
Yeah, I love Patricia Arquette. I loved Emma Stone too. I'm going to say Patricia Arquette for both who will win and who I would want to win. I agree. She was just so natural. She could be anyone's mom. It was,
I agree.
I love her.
Patricia Arquette is amazing, and that was a wonderful breakthrough. It was a wonderful, great. It would be a breakthrough performance if we hadn't seen her before.
If she hasn't been around forever.
But 12 years, ago, she wasn't as big as she is now. So I'm just saying, like, it was sort of a breakthrough performance if it were a different world or whatever. So she's really good. But I'm really still pulling for Emma Stone to just get a surprise win. I know it ain't going to happen, but if it did, I'd be so happy. And I want to hear her speech so badly. I don't want to hear the same shit over and over again. I want to hear a cool speech. Like, her and JK are just going to have the best speeches, in my opinion. And Michael even. So, who will win? Arquette. Who should win? In my opinion, Emma Stone, even though I like both of them very much. And I'll be happy either way. I'm just saying. So, anime features. That was a really controversial category.
No Lego movie.
Yeah,
I love the Lego movie.
I
was just so shocked, too.
My argument was with that one, because I was at another, a group of friends of mine were doing another real-time podcast thing when the Oscar nominations came out. So I said, like, Lego movie will not get nominated. And my only reason is because you got all these different characters from all these different companies. Who are you going to share the award with?
That's true. That's a good point.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So fuck them. Let's not do that one.
I don't know that I've seen any of the other ones.
Well, honestly. I
haven't seen any.
I saw Big Hero 6.
Oh, Big Hero 6, yeah.
I loved it.
I haven't seen
That was the only one I saw,
so
that would be my vote. So,
I don't think I've seen any of them.
I think not having seen any of them, the How to Train Your Dragon 2 will win.
I've heard Box Trolls was also very good, although I didn't see it.
So then we got adapted screenplay. So American Sniper again, Jason Hall, who, by the way, I have a problem with. The Imitation Game, Graham Moore, Inherent Vice, sneaking in there, Paul Thomas Anderson, or PTA, P.T. Anderson. I call him PTA. The Theory of Everything by Anthony McCartan. And Whiplash by Damien Chazelle. Let's go, Damien.
I haven't read any of the books.
Well, I will say that the weird thing about Whiplash, and this is something weird about adapted screenplays, Whiplash, they made it as a short film originally and then made it into a feature. So it's adapted from their short film.
Exactly.
But I feel like it should be nominated for original screenplay because it's still the same people just making it from a short film to a full-length feature film.
Thing.
So that's weird to me.
Okay, go ahead. So you're saying you don't...
I don't know. I mean, I haven't read any of the original sources. I don't know. I mean, Imitation Game won for Writers Guild Award last night for adapted screenplay. But that's not to say I'm going to vote for that just because it won there.
Well, you're not voting for anything because this is all
Who
hypothetical.
knows? Maybe the Academy will listen to this and change their minds.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to go with Imitation Game. I enjoyed the movie in the writer's perspective.
Okay, so you think that will win?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would also probably agree with that. I think that or Whiplash, although once again Whiplash is the weird thing where it's like still original
I think that was
in my
probably
head.
an interesting script to read. I haven't read it, but I feel like that would be an interesting script to read just to see all the bits and pieces of like how it came together and the final product and all the music and stuff and like all the cues. I would love to see. I feel like it's very meticulous, that screenplay, from what I've heard from the director and Miles, who was at a screening that I saw right before I got hit by a car the next the next morning. Whiplash, and then whoop, actual whiplash. So that was fun. That was my last screening before I got hit by a car. Everything was new. So anyway, I think that would be an interesting one to read. But I think Inherent Vice would probably be interesting to read too, from what I've read about it.
I saw Inherent Vice recently.
Oh, cool.
And it definitely made me want to read the book. I still haven't decided what I feel about Inherent Vice. It was very... And, like, both my boyfriend and I talked about it a lot and agreed that, like, half of it seemed very superfluous. Like, a lot of the characters, like, Reese Witherspoon's character, you only knew she was important because Reese Witherspoon was playing it. She was in it for maybe a total of 5 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't look like she was in much of it.
I would be interested to read the book just to see how much of a difference, there was. I don't know.
Oh, and guess what? There were actually original screenplays this year.
Yeah.
I wonder sometimes if it's so pulling teeth, trying to pick an original screenplay out of a lot of, because you see so many adaptations every year, and I just wonder if one year it's just going to be like the shittiest movies in the world in that category, just because that's the only thing that's original. So there's Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, by Alejandro G. Iñárritu, Nicolas, Jachabon, that's probably not right, Alexander de Linares Jr., and Armando Bo, whatever. Boyhood, written by Richard Linklater, that's easy. Foxcatcher, written by E. Max Fry and Dan Futterman. The Grand Budapest Hotel, screenplay by Wes Anderson, story by Wes Anderson and son, and Hugo Guinness, and Nightcrawler written by Dan Gilroy. So I think that's the little one that I wish had gotten more representation at the Oscars, Nightcrawler, because it was so special. And I think it was so special that it was just too much for them to handle, maybe, for the information that they got from the movie and how it influences the world in which we live and how that shit could really fucking happen. It's a freaking horror movie. So I think from what I've read, I only read Birdman, and I only want to read Birdman because it's so fun to read. And I just think that's the best one, honestly. And there's really, I don't want to be controversial and everything, but Boyhood probably doesn't have much of a screenplay, let's be honest. It's a lot of ad-libbing and stuff, and in the moment stuff. So it's not a regular kind of screenplay, and I feel like they pieced everything together to try and get it into the category, to be honest.
Did he write it during the 12-year period?
I was wondering that.
Did he write it in that 1 year, or did it just took him 12 years to write the screenplay?
12 years, yes. It was every year they would come up with more stuff. I mean,
I would believe that, because the one problem I did have with Boyhood is that the end seemed a little bit like they were scrambling to figure out how to end it.
Yes.
A bit. The end I thought went on a little bit long to try to find a moral to the story. Although I still loved it, but that was the one thing I would say about Boyhood.
I agree. Yeah.
So my vote would be
so I already
for...
said everything. So let's go back to Edwin. Yeah.
That's it.
You seen anything?
Oh, which one?
Have you seen any of the category of the original screenplay?
I have seen a majority of those films.
Which one do you think had the best dialogue? We'll go for that. I think Grand Budapest probably has a good chance.
I haven't seen Grand Budapest,
Birdman.
So Birdman I'm going to pick.
If Birdman doesn't get it, then I think Grand Budapest has a good chance.
Yeah, I would say Grand Budapest, the dialogue is great.
I know.
I just love Wes Anderson.
I love him too. I want to meet him.
But Birdman was also good. I would be happy with either of those, and I think those are also the two front runners.
I agree. Cinematography. I mean, do we have to even talk?
No.
It's going to be Emmanuel Lubezki for Birdman. There's no doubt about it. Dick Pope, you have no chance. I'm sorry, Dick Pope. Costume design. That was Budapest has really good costumes. Mm-hmm. I have to say, I'm going to give it to Budapest. We also have Inherent Vice, Into the Woods, Colleen Atwood, total, been in there forever doing it. Maleficent, Mr. Turner.
She was nominated twice, wasn't she? No. For Into the Woods and Maleficent?
No, that's Anna B. Shepherd and Jane Clive. Two different
Who's the one
women.
nominated twice in the Oscars this year?
Not for costume design, no.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
So who do you think, Edwin? We'll get costume design. Have you seen Mr. Turner? I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna, go with the one who gets it. Colleen Atwood. I mean, look at. I haven't. Okay. Well, I haven't seen the Budapest movie, but I've seen trailers and I've seen what the costumes look like.
It's so meticulous.
Yeah, but if you compare that to Into the Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna say Grand Budapest because that's the only one I've seen. But I don't. That's not really my. area of expertise.
I think in terms of like who's been doing it as long as like Colleen is the one to beat because she wins every time. But I think I would like to see someone else get it. So Melina Canonero for Budapest would be pretty cool. So director. This is a big category. Mm-hmm. I don't know why Bennett Miller is in it. I'm just gonna say that. I know it's controversial. Whatever. It's not that controversial. But like, why is he in this category? We could put a girl in there. I mean, come on, we could put a black woman in there and just get rid of Bennett Miller. Nobody would have complained if Bennett Miller wasn't in this category. Am I wrong? Am I wrong if he wasn't in this category?
Yeah.
What did he direct?
Huh?
What was the film that person directed?
Foxcatcher. Oh. Nobody would have complained. I'm just serious. Like, nobody would have missed him. So Birdman, Iñárritu, Boyhood, Richard Linklater, Foxcatcher, Bennett Miller has no chance of winning, by the way. The Grand Budapest Hotel, Wes Anderson, and Morton Tildum, The Imitation Game, which was way better directed than Bennett Miller's. Go ahead.
Richard Linklater?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think so.
He's the one to beat, I think.
And I like his work. Even if the Oscars is one thing, they usually pick the ones who have. I've noticed that Oscars would pick the ones that has other films before the ones previous stuff that they, but they would never win or whatever.
Right.
And they would use that to pick. I don't know. I like Richard Linklater because I guess how directing a film for 12 years is a feat. I would think. It's a challenge, so that would be my pick, and I would think that would be the Oscars pick. If the director Selma was in there, I would choose her, but she's not.
Well,
so.
Everybody. Let's be honest. Everybody would choose her.
Go on. Yeah, Richard Linklater. So.
I would also say that Richard Linklater will win. I think Boyhood is just such an original idea of taking a movie over 12 years and stuff. I think that should be an idea that's rewarded. I don't know. Once again, I'm going to be the voice for The Imitation Game. I really like The Imitation Game.
I was very impressed with this director.
But I also loved. I think Boyhood was awesome. I think it's cool to reward someone for taking a risk, like Richard Linklater did for that. And so I guess I would be very happy if he won as well.
I think Richard Linklater is going to win, and I think he's really cool. He's a cool dude, and I'm not mad about it, but if Iñárritu won, I wouldn't complain. I would be happy with that. If Wes somehow won, I would be on top of the world, because yay. But either of those three would be good with me. Documentary feature, I haven't seen any of them.
Citizen
and I
4.
Usually see these.
So, which one? What are nominations?
I'm going to see Citizen 4 when it comes out on HBO, damn it. At the end of the month. So we have Citizen 4, Laura Poitras, whatever her name is. But Matilda Bonnefoy and Dirk Walutsky. Finding Vivian Mayer, John Maloof, and Charlie Siskel. Last Days in Vietnam. That's the one to beat, I think. Rory Kennedy and Kevin McAllister. The Salt of the Earth, Wim Wenders is back. What the fuck? I didn't even know he was still alive. Giuliano, Ribeiro, Salgado, and David Rosier. Virunga, Orlando von Einzedel. I suck at this. And Joanna Natasagara. I don't know. Fucking A. I think Citizen 4 has a really good chance against Last Days in Vietnam, but those are the ones to beat. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I agree.
From what we've seen.
I mean, Citizen 4. That's my choice. I saw that documentary.
I want to see it.
I already know about that subject's life after the fact and all that stuff he went through. But this documentary talked more about his childhood and his upbringing and his family life, and it's interesting. How he was and how he became, and nothing really changed because he is what he is. He's a nice guy. I don't know.
Nice guys finish.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I have not seen any of them, so I don't feel like I can
neither.
really comment on it.
But what do you think will win, like, from what you've seen of the awards?
Once again, I don't really know. The ones I've heard the most about are, like you said, Citizen 4 and Last Days in Vietnam. But Once again, that has no bearing on what will actually win. I don't know.
We will just skip over short subject because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we haven't seen any of that.
I want to.
I would love to see a short subject. That would be so easy. Film editing. Oh man, dude, like
Oh,
Boyhood.
come on. Well,
Boyhood, right?
Birdman.
Or Birdman.
Birdman's not nominated.
Really?
No,
How?
I know.
Dang.
That's the best editing, and they freaking didn't even nominate
Yeah,
it.
that's weird to me.
I mean, you got to be a really good editor to do that. They did a lot of cool tricks in there, I saw. So it's American Sniper, Joel Cox, and Gary D. Roach. Gary D. Roach. I don't know where I got Jerry from. I must be thinking about Parks and Rec. I love Parks and Rec. Okay, Boyhood, Sandra Adair, the Grand Budapest Hotel, Barney Pilling, The Imitation Game, William Goldenberg, Whiplash, Tom Cross. I did like Whiplash's editing. I thought that was really on point. More so than Boyhood.
I don't know. My choice would be.
I know. We all would say
You know.
Birdman because that's the real winner.
Yeah.
Chicken dinner.
I mean, editing from Boyhood, I don't even know that would even matter. The only thing I see editing is when they grew older,
Yeah.
but that's not editing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But somehow they're winning with that category.
I would love to see Whiplash win. I thought the editing
Me
on that
too.
was really great. I do think Boyhood will win. I think
musical.
once again, I think that someone sticking with him film for 12 years is like a big
Yeah.
feat.
And
Once
then
again,
somebody
I think
would,
Whiplash should win that category, but I feel like
Yeah.
Boyhood might.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like Whiplash was so different because it was so like meticulously. I keep using that word, but it's true. Like you could tell the editing was so like intentionally like the way it was. I don't know how to explain it, but like that ending when he's drumming, the percussive nature of the editing was just so special to me. It really stood out a lot in the film, and I noticed it.
Yeah, for me also.
And that's the kind of editing you want, where you notice it, but you appreciate it, and you get it, and you get what the art form is that they're trying to present to you. So then we have foreign language film. That one's a bunch of countries. I mean,
If my country's
that
in there, I'll
aren't
vote
here.
for that.
Once again, I have not seen any of them, so I can't say anything.
France isn't even in there. France isn't in there. It's Poland, Russia, Estonia, Mauritania, Argentina.
No.
Ida, Leviathan, whatever the hell they want to call it. Tangerines, Timbuktu, Wild Tales. So I guess, from what I've seen, everybody likes Ida. I'll probably watch Ida at some point, but a nun, I don't know. If she doesn't have sex in it, I'm probably not interested. I want a sexual awakening nun movie. What? Like,
Sure, there's some of those out there.
let's do
you
a
can
50
find.
Shades of Grey nun style. Black and white. 50 Shades of black and white here.
I think you found your next screenplay to write there.
Okay. And then best makeup and hairstyling. Foxcatcher, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Guardians of the Galaxy. So we all pretty much agree Guardians of the
Guardians
Galaxy.
of the Galaxy.
Whoever did the makeup there, Elizabeth Yanni, Giorgio, and David White did a great job because that has to be difficult. And it had to be difficult to wear it all too. And I always admire the actors who go through all that shit, like the girls who play Mystique. I could never. That sounds so painful and annoying.
What are the other ones then?
The other ones were Foxcatcher, the Nose, The Grand Budapest Hotel. So Bill Corso and Dennis Ledyard, and Francis Hannon and Mark Collier, respectively.
So it's only those three?
Yeah.
Not Into the Woods?
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
I know.
I guess I'll say Guardians of the Galaxy.
Go with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you agree, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, the score. So Alexander Desplat is up against himself. That might be who you were thinking about. So he's got The Imitation Game and The Grand Budapest Hotel. I personally liked him better in The Hotel because I just thought that score was so fun. Interstellar is nominated. Hans Zimmer. I mean, it's Hans Zimmer. He's going to get nominated. He's probably going to win.
No, God, no.
I mean, but I hope not for that. I just hope not for that. But Johan fucking, what is his name?
Jorgensen.
It's Johan, right? It's Johan
Jorgensen.
Johan Johansson. So he's nominated for The Theory of Everything. And he did win before, so we'll see if he wins. He won the Golden Globe, so we'll see if he wins the Oscar. Mr. Turner probably has no chance. Gary or Sean, sorry guy. So it's probably between Alexander and himself and Johan and if he cancels himself out,
he might cancel
Johan
himself.
We'll do it.
That might happen.
Yeah.
I work in film scoring, so this is my category, and actually work for Alexandre Desplat. So I love The Imitation Game. There has been a lot of talk in the music community and a lot of evidence to the fact that Jorgensen plagiarized some of Desplat's melodies for Theory of Everything. That was a big...
Tom Petty.
So he wins either way.
It has actually been a really big thing. There's been a lot of people who have called for him for his nomination to be taken away. There's been a lot of that talk. So, I don't know. I haven't studied the score enough. I absolutely adore the score to The Imitation Game and would love to see that win.
I like the opening part of the movie. I thought that was a really good score. But I feel like the Budapest Hotel was just more of a part of the movie.
That's also a great score.
In which you got a lot of the comedy out of the music too, and it was so different from what you hear usually from Desplat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I'm fucking up everyone's name. I'm so miserable.
You're okay.
I'm fine. I'm not doing the announcements, so I'm fine. Everything is awesome, so that's fine. Will that win Best Original Song?
I hope so.
Segue.
I love it. I love Tegan and Sarah, so.
I love to hear them say Everything is Awesome wins the Best Original Song. I just want to hear the Oscar goes to, and then there's Glory, which seems to be winning everything. Which, by the way, I love. It's a beautiful song. Music and lyric by John Stevens and Lonnie Lynn. Grateful from Beyond the Lights, which I haven't seen, but I really want to. Diane Warren is amazing. I like her. I'm Not Gonna Miss You from Glenn Campbell. I'll Be Me by Glenn Campbell and Julian Raymond. Lost Stars, which I would love to see happen because I love that song so much from Begin Again. Greg Alexander, who is one of my favorite lyricists and musicians from the old band New Radicals. He did that wonderful song back in the 90s, You Get What You Give. And Danielle Brisebois, who's also good. And so I think I just don't see Everything is Awesome winning.
Yeah.
Is Frozen's not nominated?
That was last year.
They won.
Really? I'm so confused.
Yeah, Let It Go won last year.
Let It Go, man. That was
Remember Adele Dazeem?
Oh, yeah.
How can anyone forget? I hope that happens again this year.
God, is John Travolta ever invited back to announce someone?
Yeah,
I think I would vote for. There was a song there that I like. Oh, okay. My choice would be
a lot of
the Glory song.
Yeah, I believe
that.
that.
My choice.
Yeah, Glory. Yeah.
Oscar could choose that, but they could also probably choose. I'm sorry. He and I know.
Oscar's
we know each
the
other.
guy.
We've been at it for the years.
You're well acquainted.
Oscar could choose the Glory song, but they could also probably choose the Glenn Campbell song.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I would agree with Edwin on that one.
Okay, moving along, we're going to go real quick. The production design, which one do you think was the best?
I haven't seen the movie, but it sounds like Budapest is related.
Budapest, Interstellar, Imitation Game, Mr. Turner again, Into the Woods. I think, the Budapest Hotel has a really good chance.
I'm with Grand Budapest
It
all
was
the way.
very-
It looks different.
Meticulously done. Very, very well orchestrated. Every shot was perfect, and everything was just artfully done, and I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same production designer for every Wes Anderson film?
I believe so, but I'm not positive about that.
I would not know for sure without looking it up, which we don't have time to do. going straight to animated short film. I don't know any of those films, so I assume that you don't either, because we're all the same. Live action short film. Let's skip that one. Nobody gives a shit. Sound editing, sound mixing. There's not much difference, but there is a huge difference in the music industry, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Whiplash, has a good chance at sound mixing, don't you think?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then, or Birdman, really. Sound editing.
Drum.
Unbroken, Interstellar, The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies, Birdman, or American Sniper. Do you think American Sniper has a good chance at editing, man?
I feel like Interstellar may win editing if it wins anything.
It
I'm
could.
not positive. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it could. Or Hobbit.
I did like their choices.
Or Hobbit.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
They had some good choices. Visual effects: Captain America, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Guardians, Interstellar, X-Men. I'm saying Guardians.
I'm saying Guardians.
Fuck yeah.
Sure.
Just fuck
Guardians
yeah.
or Interstellar.
Yeah, Interstellar had some good visual effects.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see it in 3D, so I didn't get the whole effect.
I saw it in IMAX, but I did not see it in 3D.
Yeah. I don't watch 3D. 3D is so old for me. So that's basically that. I know you love listening to us predict what's going to win, and I hope that we're right on some of those, and we'll see.
At least one.
We have,
Hopefully we're right on at least one. One of the three of us is right on.
We have proof of our decisions. So there's that, and
however you win in your bets, give us a little bit of...
Yeah, right, exactly. If you use this to win your party ballot, I get half of your cheesecake or whatever you win.
Okay, so let's move on quickly to the last thing we're going to talk about, which is Brian Williams and Bill Cosby. So who would
please
you
don't put them in
rather-
the same category. Please don't put them in the same category.
That's... What?
So Brian Williams lied on national television and then apologized, and he got 6 months probation. 6 months suspended without pay. And then Bill Cosby raped a bunch of women, allegedly, and now has raped another 2 ladies.
Well, they've come out about it.
Allegedly. And nothing has been done for him at all. He hasn't had any kind of reprimand except not being able to have a show and getting protested at his live comedy shows. And so people hate him in the media. Not people hate him, but people are pretty much putting him on trial for things that he can't actually go on trial for, but maybe eventually he will be on trial for the more recent allegations. So anyway, we got the Bill Cosby back in the news, can't stay out of the news, and then Brian Williams just being a fool, and then Kanye just being himself. So we're not even going to discuss him today. You guys already know what happened with Kanye West, and nothing new is going on with that. So the Grammys happened. Everybody's saying it was fine. It was long. It was boring, and I almost fell asleep. So that was fun. So Brian Williams, what are your thoughts on that?
He's the #1 newscaster in the #1 network, and people.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore. But at the time, America believed in him, and they go to him for news and opinions, I guess. But yeah.
I apologize.
I mean, maybe I don't know what happened. Maybe he forgot. Or. I don't know what happened. I mean, maybe he just plainly forgot and just got the stories mixed up and just embellished a little bit too much on
Do you think he
experience.
should have been punished this way and that he should not be in the limelight anymore because of this?
Well, I mean, NBC made a decision because it's really about money and advertising and profit. So they let him go for 6 months without pay. Wow, that's amazing.
I mean, that's
without
pretty.
pay.
Wow.
That's usually never happens like that.
You think he tried to rape somebody?
Yeah.
With that kind of, or molest somebody,
but
or touch somebody, or some scandal. Like it's interesting to me that that's the scandal, like lying over honking on someone's boobs or something like that. I get 6 months.
What's a different situation too? Because Bill Cosby isn't currently a news anchor on national. I mean, it's hard to compare them, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not trying to compare them. I want to say that there have been anchors in the past who have been horrible dudes who have Okay, more recently, Dave Letterman came out that he had a lot of sexual harassment problems with his interns or what have you. And so it's just like interesting that this is the guy we're putting on this pedestal and we're just taking him down a peg. And I don't know.
Sometimes I think NBC just jumped the shark real quick and made it a
Yeah.
big deal. Like, just like, I mean, come on. I mean, it's just, he didn't, he it's just a small little mistake. But I understand why they did what they did. But it's
just like 6 months,
giant
man.
I love Brian Williams, and I always will.
6 months is
And
crazy.
Carson Daly is now one of our longest running television hosts.
Oh, real quick, The Daily Show. Oh my gosh, we gotta get on that. So Brian Williams, sorry man, but we have Jon Stewart. He's out of a job, so maybe you could get in there.
Well, he chose to step down. I mean, that's a different situation once again.
You know what's interesting about him stepping down and Craig Ferguson stepping down? These were two shows that was once hosted by
Craig Kilborn. Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
That's interesting, yeah. We had a lot to discuss. We didn't even get into everything, but stay tuned for the next episode. And here I present to you, next will be the reading that I did for the 50 Shades of Grey challenge that I made up for this year. Again, thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And giving me your points of view on everything. All of us discussing everything. And I know we talked a lot about the Oscars, but now we don't have to talk about it anymore. Yay! So thank you, Edwin, and thank you, Linnea.
Thanks, Elle.
So where can they find you real quick before we go?
Twitter at Edwin_A_Santos. And please go to indigo.com and please pledge for the Samurai Cop 2 pledge. We have a part 2 now.
Wow.
I spoke about this last time when we got our Kickstarter in. Now we have Indigo, and we're trying to finish the film and post-production.
Indiegogo?
So Indiegogo.
Okay, good.
For the,
not the Indigo Girls.
Right. I don't know which one. Yeah, Indiegogo. Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at Linnea A. Snyder, LINNEAASNYDER. And I just got followed by Tay Diggs.
Yay!
So follow me. Too.
Score. And Idina Menzel is coming next, I'm sure.
No, they're divorced now.
I know they're
divorced. Although maybe
competition. No, I'm saying because
fighting over me.
They're in the music. You're in the music industry, and you said something about Adele Dazeem, so now she's gonna hear it. And she's going to be like, yay.
Woot.
Okay, so you can catch me on Twitter as usual at Elle Latham. I'm the only one. And aka Elle Latham on YouTube. That's where you'll have another sneak peek of the upcoming reading of 50 Shades of Grey, as well as my other wonderful videos, which you can subscribe to. Not the videos, but my channel. And thank you so much for listening. We love you very much, even though we don't know you. We're all one. And thank you so much. And listen right now for some comedy shit. Okay, so here's my serious take of Chapter 17, 290 of 50 Shades of Grey. Here we go. The candle flame is too hot. It flickers and dances in the overwarm breeze. A breeze that brings no respite from the heat. Soft gossamer wings flutter to and fro in the dark, sprinkling dusty scales in the circle of light. I'm struggling to resist, but I'm drawn. And then it's so bright, and I'm flying too close to the sun, dazzled by the light, fried and melting from the heat, weary in my endeavors to stay airborne. I am so warm. The heat, it's stifling, overpowering. It wakes me. I open my eyes, and I'm draped in Christian Grey. He's wrapped around me like a victory flag. He's fast asleep with his head on my chest, his arm over me, holding me close, one of his legs thrown over and hooked around both of mine. He's suffocating me with his body heat, and it's heavy. I take a moment to absorb that he's still in my bed and fast asleep, and it's light outside, morning. He has spent the whole night with me. My right arm is stretched, no doubt in search of a cool spot, and as I process the fact that he's still with me, the thought occurs that I can touch him. He's asleep. Tentatively,
I lift my hand and run the tips of my fingers down his back. Deep in his throat I hear a faint, distressed groan, and he stirs. He nuzzles my chest, inhaling deeply as he wakes. Sleepy, blinking gray eyes meet mine beneath his tousled mop of hair. "Good morning," he mumbles, and frowns. "Jesus, even in my sleep I'm drawn to you." He moves slowly, unpeeling his limbs from me as he gets his bearings. I become aware of his erection against my hip. He notices my wide-eyed reaction, and he smiles a slow, sexy smile. This has possibilities, but I think we should wait until Sunday. He leans down and nuzzles my ear with his nose. I flush, but then I feel 7 shades of scarlet from his heat. "You're very hot," I murmur. "You're not so bad yourself," he murmurs, and presses himself against me suggestively. I flush some more. "That's not what I meant." He props himself up on his elbow, gazing down at me, amused. He bends, and to my surprise plants a gentle kiss on my lips. "Sleep well?" he asks. I nod, staring up at him, and I realize that I've slept very well, except maybe for the last half hour when I was too hot. "So did I," he frowns. "Yes, really well." He raises his eyebrows in confused surprise. "What's the time?" I glance at my alarm. "It's 7:30. 7:30? Shit!" He scrambles out of bed and drags on his jeans. It is my turn to look amused as I sit up. Christian Grey is late and flustered. This is something I've never seen before. I belatedly realize that my behind is no longer sore. "You are such a bad influence on me. I have a meeting. I have to go. I have to be in Portland at 8. Are you smirking at me?" "Yes." He grins. "I'm late. I don't do late. Another first, Miss Steele." He pulls on his jacket and then bends down and grasps my head, his hands on either side. "Sunday," he says, and the word is pregnant with an unspoken promise. Everything deep in my body uncurls and then clenches in delicious anticipation. The feeling is exquisite. Holy hell, if my mind could keep up with my body. He leans forward and kisses me quickly. He grabs his stuff from my side table and his shoes, which he doesn't put on. "Taylor will come and sort your Beetle. I was serious. Don't drive it. I'll see you at my place on Sunday. I'll email you a time." And like a whirlwind, he's gone. Christian Grey spent the night with me, and I feel rested. And there was no sex, only cuddling. He told me he never slept with anyone, but he slept 3 times with me. I grin and slowly climb out of my bed. I feel more optimistic than I have for the last day or so. I head for the kitchen, needing a cup of tea. After breakfast, I shower and dress quickly for my last day at Clayton's. It is the end of an era. Goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Clayton. WSU, Vancouver, the apartment, my Beetle. I glance at the mean machine. It's only 7:52. I have time. Yep, there it is. So of course I get the part without the sex. Guess I looked out there. Anyway, bye.